All right. There he is. My bad. My bad for being a little late, guys. We got Warner in here just in time, though. Told the whole chat I wasn't going live, and now here we are. And it's raining pretty hard outside. But, we got 7 people in here already. Wow, you guys knew I was coming. But, yeah, if you're watching the replay, probably best to skip ahead a few minutes just because it takes normally a few minutes for us to get this shared on all the socials. But let me go ahead and get this on Twitter. We got my boy Victoriano in here, Jack in here as well. Rodriguez checking in per usual. Rodriguez, did you have a match today? Rodriguez, I can't hear you.
All right, I'm going live on questions too.
Wait, what's up?
I'm going live on TikTok for more questions as well. Oh, we got Jack in the chat. What's up, Jack? I've made hella coin with the cold tips. There we go. What you been working on today, Miles? Cool.
Sorry. Doing important stuff. Quarterly tax stuff, but
you hate to see it. Pay your taxes. This is financial advice.
I hear Echo. We got a whole bunch of. We got a good crew in here. So, with the glasses. Got FBA. I have five matches today or this week. Got Iowa Hawks. We haven't seen you in here for a few days.
I had way too much school today. I just started actually. I always make my bed. I'm not about to try to give business advice with a messy room. That's bad impression.
You always get that nicely made. We talked about that.
Until I got like an actual studio. Once I move here in a couple months, I've got a room for a studio.
Man, John in here. My bad.
What's up?
My bad. Yeah. Do you do estimated taxes like quarterly?
You asking?
Yeah, because I was just doing that.
I do. So I way overpaid last year.
Oh yeah, we talked about that. Yeah.
So I'm pretty much good until fourth quarter.
That's what happened to me. Yeah.
Yeah.
The government is just sitting on our money.
Yeah. My accountant was just like, we should do this, we should do that. And then I basically got the warehouse expenses were like, to get set up way higher. So I way overpaid. So I'm probably good until fourth quarter. I'll probably talk to my accountant, I don't know, a couple weeks and see what might shake out for fourth quarter.
Hi, bozo.
I'm in the process of restructuring because it saves taxes at some point.
Yeah, it definitely does.
He's in school, never sleeps. Indeed.
That is true. I actually don't physically need sleep.
How many hours do you sleep a night?
Like 7, like a normal amount.
Yeah, I don't really. Yeah.
No, I mean,
I have dinner yet. Tom committed I am.
You just gotta use your time well if you're trying to do a full-time job or trying to be in school. Like
exactly.
You just give up. Like you legitimately give up free time. That's what you do. Like it's not like an entrepreneur Instagram bit. You really do give up free time. What are you working on today, John?
Oh, we did a bunch of eBay stuff today. I'm about to do a bunch of OA buying tomorrow.
That'll be good.
Get that going.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty
There you
much what we're up to. What do you do today besides school?
I mean, I just finished filming tomorrow's video and some TikToks, but I had like 2 tests today, so I'm a little dead on the inside.
Oof. Yeah, I can imagine.
And if you guys over here on TikTok have any questions to ask us about selling on Amazon, we're happy to answer those as well.
Yeah, how'd the test go?
I think I got a 65, and everyone else thinks they about did the same.
Well, that'll happen sometimes. Well, I'm glad at least everyone's going down with you.
Yep.
Yeah, that's always a good thing when you're like, what do you think? And they're like, yeah, like a 90, you're like, oh, like 65. But if everyone's at like 65, you're like, all right, like, we'll see what happens. Maybe the teacher will come in with a little curve action, bump you all up.
Yep. Hopefully. How do you decide whether or not to use a prep center? It's for me, it's a decision of if I can save money because I have someone who preps my products. Like if on the sales tax, I'm going to pay 10% sales tax in my state. So if the item is more than like $10, I'll send it to my prep center in a sales tax free state. But for you, that decision might be different if you want to focus your time on actually sourcing products and doing higher brain power activity, which is what you should do at scale. So that decision could be a little bit different for you. Kevin, should you start doing OA using TA? Yes, you should. You will go to the moon, Kevin.
To the moon.
I would recommend you watch YouTube videos. Not specifically anyone's, but
maybe mine.
but maybe search tactical arbitrage on YouTube. Screw school. I agree. I applied to graduate yesterday. At my school, we get to write our name on the sidewalk. It's like all over campus. And they let you type it in. I wanted to so badly type in Fields of Profit, and they had to engrave that in stone, but
that would have been tough. Wait, how the hell do they have that much space? Don't like 10,000 kids graduate a year or something?
5,000-ish. Yeah.
Well,
but it's like one of the main selling points of going there.
Of being
I'm curious, is anyone like you come across on campus, are they selling on Amazon, or do they know anything about it, or not really?
I have one friend who sells. He's like a pool and like he sells graphics cards now. Like he's a trend chaser.
Bolo hunter.
Yeah, he's a bolo hunter.
I mess with that definitely. Yeah.
But like he's like a serious bolo hunter. I've seen pictures of him with like a garage full of Intex last summer. So like he was on that wave before it was common knowledge.
That's pretty wild to me though. Like if you're gonna graduate with 5,000 people and like maybe you know 1, 2, maybe a handful of people who know about Amazon, like that's kind of crazy.
Yeah, statistically, I'm sure some like a lot. Like I'd say some people know about it, but taking action and knowing is a big difference.
The thought's been through my head. My, giant ego as we start making content is if anyone knows me, like when I graduate or anything. But I don't.
Yeah, no, I get to a certain point where statistically it becomes, that based that out, of which, who knows, coincidentally could not be the case at all, or totally could be. But
yeah, if there's some guy who's like trying to learn TA who's graduating with me, he's like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
At what level would you recommend using TA for OA? I generally recommend once you're doing like 5K, somewhere around there, to jump into TA. That's if you're starting on a budget. If you're starting with several thousand, then just jump right in. It's just a matter of when you can't find enough product using Keepa and manual methods versus the amount of money you have, you should switch. even if you haven't done any OA yet.
Well, that's why we recommend you should be getting revenue already. And I would buy some stuff on your own OA before then, just because it's going to make things a lot easier, a lot more manageable.
Yeah.
Yep. Use Keepa and reverse source when you're first starting.
It's actually kind of like a very funny question to me because, like, I remember when I first started with books, and I'm like, "Oh, should I get Sky IQ?" I was like, "Well, you know what? If I can't figure out how to make $40 on this, like, this will never work. So I'll sign up for it, hoping that like eventually it would catch on." And of course,
Yeah, and for the quick movers, of which I know a lot of us are, or we are, like you can really get a lot out of free trials if you're
yeah,
willing to actually.
definitely.
Yep. Can you get bad feedback if it's the manufacturer? Can you get rid of bad feedback if it's the manufacturer's fault?
That's interesting.
I don't think so.
Yeah, that sounds like it'd be a product feedback though, so it probably wouldn't matter for a storefront point of view. But if you're looking into private label, then that would be a problem. Then it would be your product.
Yeah, most feedback that you could get removed is like in fulfillment process, it gets speed up or something weird happens.
Do I still sell books? I do not sell books. Well, a little bit. I sell textbooks, but I'm not like actively going out to thrifts and stuff anymore.
How much does FOP earn from me? Well, he earns 0 while you're doing the free trial, which you get an extended trial with code Fields.
Yep.
And then I don't know, 30% of what, $90? It's like 25 or something. 23.
It's $20.
But no extra cost to you, Kevin. So keep that in mind.
Extra cost to you. Yeah, man. Okay, that's a good point. Yeah, so Sasha sells full time in Canada. Actually, shout out to Sasha. But yeah, manually sourcing becomes a lot better once because you start to see, like, you start to notice trends and everything. I get that, and get more accustomed to sites, their different sale trends, different tricks, all that. You do not need to sell books to. No, so you can check auto ungate ASINs in the Discord, the Launchpad Discord. I'm pretty sure you're in there. Check auto ungate ASINs. There'll be a list of stuff that should get you ungate into categories right away, as well as the different methods for stuff where you do need to pay, like to make orders from e-distribution, Katie, Texas Wholesale, Frontier, and all those places.
Much appreciated, Kevin.
Good looking out, Kevin. Yeah.
That's a couple coffees a month for me from Kevin.
That is a couple coffees a month. Yeah.
It says your account might be deactivated from some negative feedback. It won't get deactivated unless you have significantly more problems. But just be careful with your feedback over time.
Yeah, and focus on your order defect rate. I think that's the big thing. Because order defect rate takes into account not just negative feedback, but like some other stuff too.
Yeah, I think ODR is maybe the most important factor.
Well, because it combines all the negative things: chargebacks, feedback, and A to Z claims.
Yep. How's your book operation, John?
It's really good. I actually have the helper now. I taught him how to list merch fulfilled. So that's going to free up a bunch of time for me to do OA. So he's doing a lot more listing and stuff like that. FBA is still hard to do for books, so I'm looking at all the data constantly to kind of see what we're going to send, what we're not going to send. But
yeah, and that's tough to
trying to click.
Yeah. Oh, that's good.
So that'll cash flow your OA purchases real nice, especially if it's automated-ish.
Oh, without a doubt. And just eBay, we're up to like, I think almost, we're definitely 16K 90 day. So eBay is
good for eBay.
Insane. So.
All these bozos saying they haven't received the package.
Funny you say that. So I'm pretty friendly with the person who picks up all the mail every day. So supposedly they have settings and like they have like almost like a thing like this or whatever that they scan everything in. And I think you have to select like prepaid mailer or something, and she scans it all in. And the other day she's like, "Oops, I scanned it in as all delivered." So I guess they could choose like I don't know what it is. So yeah, I have like 10 or 20 things that are saying they are delivered that are not delivered. No issues yet, fingers crossed, but yeah, pretty crazy.
I mean,
Profit added. My cutoff for eBay is $30 plus shipping. I'm actually experimenting with someone from Instagram. They want anything that sells $15 and up, so I'm gonna make them a little gaylord.
Okay, that'll be nice.
See what they think.
Definitely.
I think they're paying $500, and they're gonna take care of the freight, and we'll see what happens.
No, that's definitely sounds like a good relationship.
Yeah.
Absolutely does.
It's hard building that palette because I'm having the helper track what could potentially be in that palette. I'm like, should I be listing this? But it does take a lot of effort to list, take pictures, like so.
Yeah,
It happens.
I think that effort is again better spent on OA.
Exactly.
I agree with that statement. Damn, it's raining hard outside. John, is it raining in
Yeah, it's thundering and lightning out here. Has been for the last maybe hour.
Imagine living in PA.
Here?
Best state ever.
Oh, nice. Okay, it's supposed to be cloudy again in a few hours. That's clutch. It's raining hard though, yeah.
In your opinion, which is better, FBA or FBM? You've only ever sold FBA. They have different purposes.
Yeah.
So FBM is going to let you move capital faster because you can sell it the day you get the item. And the only downside is that you're going to have trouble getting the buy box on some listings.
Yeah.
But there are plenty of listings where there's only FBM sellers that you can do pretty good volume on. Miles would know.
Yeah, I do a lot of FBM just because I like to leverage a little bit, so I need to get my money back quicker.
Probably. I have talked to Hammock. I don't know, for books, for me, one of the things is we do a lot of research up front. So I almost think it would be a waste of time to send them like the 200 books we set aside and get charged for that. So I have the helper like kind of like filtering everything out, and then he's creating listings. So all I have to do is take the pictures. Hammock is like very like it could be good, but again, doing a lot of upfront research, and that's kind of what you're paying for. So I don't know. I might try in the future, but for right now, no.
Are you still taking the pictures yourself?
I am. So we're in a very transition. So I have the helper who helps me scan books. Then I had a lister, and they got a promotion at work, so they no longer want to list. So I am going to hire someone to list FBA, MF, and then do eBay.
Okay.
Take all the pictures and stuff.
Yeah.
We're just kind of in that like weird transition phase where like, got to pick up the slack and keep it going.
Yeah. I haven't messed with eBay in a long time.
I actually really like eBay a lot. Definitely more seller friendly in my opinion. I mean, I've been so busy lately. I sent someone a set of wrong books by mistake, and they're like, you know what? I really like these books. Can I PayPal you money for them? I'm like, yeah, sure. Like, what do you want to pay? Like $20. I'm like, okay, that's cool. I just sent them the new books. On Amazon, they'd be like this seller sucks. They
That's
sent me the wrong
crazy.
book.
That's the most
Wow.
wholesome like buyer experience
So
I've ever.
basically, I get an upsell. It costs me
Yeah.
like $5 to send them the correct book.
You upsold him
and
by
like
sending
I'm
the
up
wrong
like
thing.
$20 on it. It's like,
That's really funny.
and I'm sure I'm gonna get a feedback like seller was super accommodating, like sent the wrong books, but I liked them, and like on his dime sent the new one. Like I'm sure that's gonna happen. So
Yeah.
eBay is super cool in that aspect. And one thing I do like about eBay too is like the ability to make an offer. Like I see how that does not work on Amazon, but when you're dealing with rare books and stuff like that, like if you have something listed for 200 and someone's
only
willing
so
to
many
pay you
buyers.
175, like yeah, that's a really good deal.
Yeah. Yeah, there's only so many buyers of rare books on eBay.
Oh
Looks
god,
like
yeah.
a running Miles show for him now.
Oh, bye, Miles.
This is YouTube automation.
Is Danny behind this?
Yeah, probably. Do any of you guys have experience buying other dysfunctional brands and fixing them? No. So we do OA wholesale. John does a pretty good amount of books, but there is a pretty large market as far as buying other like private label brands. It sounds like what you're talking about, and I know people do very well doing that, but you would need to have pretty significant experience with private label to know how to turn around those brands. Do you list items on Seller Central before you send them to FBA? What happens if the item sells before it gets to them? You'll list them FBA, and they can sell on the way to the warehouse. They generally won't because the shipping time will be slower than other Prime offers, but it does happen.
Yeah.
I actually had 36 units of something I sent to the warehouse yesterday sell while they're still on their way to the first FC.
That's awesome.
Which means they were too cheap, but it was still a crazy ROI. How hard was it to find your first replan? Your first couple, as with anything, it's going to take time to get the hang of sourcing and all that kind of stuff. But once you find one, you can replicate it over and over again.
Yeah, I agree. I've not found my first replan, but I could relate to eBay. Like once you do a lot of research, you just know what's going to be profitable, what's not. Like it's just experience.
Yeah, I feel like the eBay side of things is impressive because it's way more based on like because all the books you're selling probably look like junk at first glance.
Oh, without a doubt. Like there is one we put aside today that like without scanning on Scout IQ, I would never put it aside. But it will sell, and it's actually autographed. It will sell for like 120, 130.
Exactly. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's nuts.
Did we answer?
I don't know if I'll ever get. I could see buying Gaylords of books just for eBay. I'm not doing FBA, or maybe wholesaling FBA books. Like I don't know if I could ever give it up, just because eBay is so ridiculous.
Yeah. Could you go storage unit only, or do you need the big volume of? Do you need to take that many Gaylords for it to be super profitable?
I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know. I feel like the storage unit, to do a storage unit would be tough. I do like the warehouse. I'm in a very good like situation where the warehouse rent is very cheap comparatively to
sub 1,000 a month.
What'd you say?
Sub 1,000 a month.
It's like 2,200.
Oh shit! So it is big. It is very big.
There's lots of storage there,
and you have
the option. So it's 5 bays. People drive by all the time. They're like, "Hey, would you like give me a bay?" So like, there's always that option to kind of like sub.
Yeah, that's the kind of space that like an auto repair shop or something that's the type
without a doubt.
Kind of, yeah.
Or an OA seller needs one little bit.
Well, I honestly think so. One person that actually buys some of my drugs, sometimes he has stuff sent to my warehouse because he doesn't have a dock or anything. So I'll take it off the forklift and all that. He'll give me like $200 and he just comes and picks it up, breaks down the pallet. So I definitely see a business model for that. I would think it'd be pretty crazy. I do think there will be like a storage unit set up for like FBA sellers where
It's all falling apart.
you could just there'll be like forklifts and all this other stuff like for rent or part of your thing.
Yep.
For renting your space and it'll just kind of run through there.
Yeah, some kind of it's already happening, but some kind of like micro warehouse business plan like that would go crazy.
Oh, there is like a Silicon Valley type thing for that.
I think I've seen.
They're
It's
definitely out there.
modular warehouses.
Yeah, I would love like 400 square feet, like 300 to 500.
But when I was looking for my warehouse, when I talked to all the real estate agents, I was like, I'm looking for like 3,000 square. They're like, there's no way. Like, we're not going to find it for you. And I ended up finding my spot on Craigslist. But
that's what I was going to ask.
Everything I was looking for was about 5 to 7 ish K square feet.
Yeah. I feel like the real strat is to open basically a front that's a retail store that can get deliveries, because you could open wholesale accounts if you had like a retail store.
Yeah, Reezy is one of the first ever Reezy interviews I know is like 3 years ago. He was talking about doing something like that.
Yeah,
I think it's a very good idea.
I definitely do agree, because I have filled out some wholesale applications. They're like, hey, take a picture where our product's going to be displayed. I'm like, I don't have that where I live right now, but I'll get back to you on that.
But
yeah, no, I met somebody who's doing that. They have like a front that doesn't actually sell anything, but it's like labeled as a retail store. Am I doing more OA than wholesale? Yeah, probably 75% of my business is OA at this point. Eventually, I would like it to all be wholesale and private label, but that's not in the cards right now. My most profitable website, I mean, it's just Walmart. Is wholesale going good, or I guess I kind of just answered that. I mean, wholesale is nice because you can spend $6,000 with an email, but those accounts are not easy to come by. Unlike OA, where you can spend 5 minutes and find $1,000 worth of stuff to buy. Much more front loaded.
Yeah, it's kind of it's a weird thing too, because if you do find replugs, it's almost like doing wholesale, right?
Yeah. It's I like to think of like volume OA.
Yeah.
Or like clearance RA or OA, where your ROIs can be really high, but you're gonna struggle to scale.
Yeah.
You can do volume OA with like Walmart and stuff like that. OA is online arbitrage. That is correct. Also, shout out to you guys in the comments, helping each other out. That's sick.
Agreed.
yeah, while I'm dealing, my whole business is falling apart over here. Dealing.
What's going on?
Talking to CPA.
Every time I talk to the CPA, they're like, "Your books are a mess."
Yeah, I mean, it's so hard. It's so hard.
It really is hard to keep track of.
When you sell through multiple platforms, which all of us do.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, and I'm still trying to get set up as an S corp, a month now, and they still need random little paperwork and stuff, stuff that I should definitely be able to just get, but I just need to go out and acquire and stuff.
It is funny, we work in a very, I feel like Amazon is very efficient, but for the stuff we have to do for a business, it's so not efficient. Trying to work with your state or try to get it's so backwards. It's very hard.
I would rather be doing this than a lot of other things, as I'm sure we can all agree on.
Yeah, for sure. I got a little notification on my YouTube today that it was the 2-year anniversary of creating this account.
Damn, that's
crazy.
I didn't start actually making videos until October of last year, but
No one does. Yeah, everyone like, dude, I had channels back in like 2010.
2 years ago today, I created Fields of Profit.
How long have you had the Fields of Profit Instagram?
I mean, I can scroll all the way back. I don't have that many posts.
You don't know how long it was though, like just off the dome.
No.
Yeah, John, you've had your page for a minute, right?
Yeah, so I've changed my name. I had JM, so it was like fitness focused. And
Yeah,
then,
because you had that awesome. Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember years back. Yeah, because that was what we talked about when we first met. Because your page was closed, a lot of that content was still showing up.
yeah, and then now it's all reselling, and I kind of fixed that. But yeah, no,
You've been pumping out videos. I've been keeping. You're obviously my
Ryan.
so you've been pumping out goods, and you're getting views too. Like people, you know what I mean? Like people are watching them. Like
It's crazy to me. Like that was probably the craziest thing when we went to Miami.
awesome.
And people are like,
awesome.
"Oh, like, what do you mean when you say this?" I'm like, "Oh man, like, people watch this."
Yeah.
Like, it was just like an insane thing to me. Like,
And
wow.
yeah, it's so early too. Like it's so early with all
Yeah.
this stuff. Like we're just grabbing up attention.
Exactly.
My first Instagram post was August 4th of last year.
Oh, so you? Oh, so yeah. So you really just got started. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been at it for a year now.
Yeah, my first one I think was January 20th, 2019. But
Yeah.
honestly, back in the day, like it's so hard to post every day when you like your brain isn't thinking. Like now it's like effortless to post multiple times a day. Like,
And like earlier, I was like, all right, it's time to make some TikToks. I'll make like 2, and then I was like, oh, there's an idea. There's an idea. Like,
Yeah.
Yep.
Do I get better results of books on eBay? And what are their fees like? So for eBay, it's very different. So eBay, I'm selling more, I would say, antique-ish books, like first editions. I don't know, more rare stuff, older sets. So it's a very different market. Like I sold the book yesterday for $250 on eBay. Comps on Amazon were like $350, but like just not a lot of people are looking there. Most people are looking on eBay. So it definitely depends on what you're doing. Fees on eBay, I think it's 15% for books. So it's a lot less than Amazon FBA, but you have to remember you're storing it, you're shipping it, you're paying for packaging, insurance, all that kind of stuff, customer service, which I don't mind. The eBay customers tend to be much more easier than Amazon customers.
They're so niche for the type of stuff you're selling.
They're happy to find it.
Yeah.
I mean, that $250 book, I was the only listing. So, I mean, so yeah, it just really depends on what you want to do, how much storage you have, how unique your stuff is. I would say if a book sells on Amazon, like every day, like you're not going to make that money on eBay. Like it's best to send to Amazon.
Yeah, it's interesting to think about how the markets, one, affect each other, and two, just like play off each other.
Oh yeah, it's insane.
What requirements do you need to start a wholesale account? You're going to need a resale certificate and a business license with your city. Those are going to be the documents they're going to always ask you for. Beyond that, I would recommend you have a website with a landing page that says, here's why you should work with us, and a G Suite email address so that you look like a legitimate company. And then just start emailing and calling brands. You wish it was easier to post on social media. Just start doing it and it gets easier.
Who said that? Where was that? I wish it was easier to post more. Do you remember the old Instagram? There's still filters you can use, but Caltrix, what's your Instagram? It's gonna be like posted once, January 20th, 2020.
Whoever asked just about Instagram, I will say this one thing right now. I'm not saying I'm like anywhere far along the reseller journey or whatnot, but like don't overthink it. I overthink so much stuff, and like what I think is stupid. Those are some of my best posts that people are like, oh, I never knew that. Like, I can't believe that. So like just post what you're doing and like your experience about it, and like you'll be fine.
Like I remember like holding up the camera the first time talking to it, I felt like the biggest idiot in the entire world.
When I first started the YouTube channel, I never watch any of the videos. My girlfriend would be like, "Oh, you said this." Like this.
I never watched
I didn't watch it. I have no clue. Like, because I would have never posted if I watched it.
Did you not edit? Do you still not edit?
No, I don't edit anything.
Okay.
The closest thing I'll come to editing would be like something weird will happen and the camera shuts off, and then I just open iMovie and plop the 2 videos together.
Okay.
I do that. Yeah, that's like my style too. Ooh, I gotta restock a little bit. Never go out of stock, boys. That's the key.
If you make 50K gross profit, how much of that would actually be? If it's gross profit, then it's in your pocket, right?
That's not yeah.
That would be revenue.
Yeah.
But generally, it's going to be like 20%-ish off after your buy costs and stuff. Then after softwares and stuff, you're going to be at like 17.
Yeah.
What should a landing page have? Mine is just here's how we help your business grow by selling your stuff on Amazon, and just type out your value proposition that you're already giving to your wholesale suppliers.
Ooh, today might be a 4K day. Knocking on the door.
I haven't checked yet today, actually.
That's how you know. Yeah, you're doing too much, dude. If you haven't checked, oh my god.
I haven't checked either.
Dude.
I'm at 2,700.
Oh, we got the boys in the building. The boys are holding out for Kevin's stream.
Oh.
I'm definitely. Oh, Kevin's stream's starting up soon. All right. With that being said, yeah. So we're gonna finish off. Any final questions from you guys? I'm going over to Kevin's stream at 9 p.m. Kevin, I'm gonna have him pinned right here. Kevin Vasquez Reyes. We're streaming on his channel.
Oh.
Be there. But yeah, any final questions you guys have? It'd be more like 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
It's also like Warner and I have business models where we're selling a lot of replenishable items where we're fine with less margin, when a lot of people at the start are shooting for a higher margin with less volume.
It's just almost impossible to get to 50K off of giant margin items.
Yeah, like you gotta be going in store bolo hunting for the most part.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you guys for watching. 8 p.m. tomorrow Eastern. We'll be back on here for streaming again. If you're not in the Discord, make sure to join. So below, subscribe to these guys' channels, and see you in the next one. Appreciate you guys being here.